Good morning. Big up to you, my Man United fans. What's good? It's your boy, Mark and MUFC fan, and you know what it is, guys. Smash those likes and subscribe to help the channel grow, guys. You know, I'm on the road to 1K. Let's push through, guys. Let's get there. Let's grow this community by the start of the new season. The first game, literally, let's say it's the Charity Cup, the Community Shield, how some people call it. You know what I mean? Let's get to 1K by that day. Smash those likes, share it around, guys. You know what's good. It's your boy. We're here with the news update for Manchester United. A little bit of transfer information, breaking news yesterday, like I've been saying all week long. You know, we're going to sign a player before Friday, and look what it is. His deal's about to be completed today, and there's some other interesting movements that we're about to be making, guys. So stay tuned. The information is coming to you very shortly. It's your boy. Smash those likes. Let's get into the show, guys. Yo, big up to you, Jay. What's good, my bro? Smash the like. Thank you very much. I hope you're well too as well, bro. It's early morning. I know it's like just about 9:30, just after 9:30 in the UK. Big up to you coming in as well, mental ball game. I know you're happy. Some of the moves that are coming in, I know you're silently going like this, just like I am doing it on live on the stream as usual, because you know how it is, bro. I can't help but show my optimism. And let's get into the show, guys. You know, I'm going to start quick and fast. Let's get the news out there, and then we can react to it. Don't forget to leave your comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Drop it in the chat. I will bring them up to the screen. Let's get into this, guys. And the first story, I'm coming to give you the information on how we got Leny Yoro. It was said that he debuted his first game in front of our very own Sir Dave's Brailford in the stands, watching him make his debut. And now one of the key contributors to signing him to the team. Big up, Ja. Let's get into this story, Jawick. I'll read that comment after, bro. New Manchester United CEO Omar Barada pushed for the signing of Leny Yoro to signal a strong start to the new era at Manchester United. Yoro underwent the medical at Manchester United on Wednesday, and his signing expected to be confirmed today. Guys, the Frenchman's initial preference was a move to Real Madrid, but the Spanish Giants never came close to matching United's offer. You know, he is now a red. He looks good in red already. Why would he want to play in white and black? You know what I'm saying, guys? Play in red. Stay in red. Born a red, always a red. And Yoro was left impressed by the way Manchester United conducted the negotiations and gave him the time to take the final call. According to Spanish reports, Barada played a big role behind the scenes in getting the 18-year-old defender at Old Trafford. He officially took charge of his role last week, but he has been in discussions with the club for a while. The Spaniard pushed hard to land Yoro, and he felt the club needed a statement signing to signal the new era at Old Trafford. Barada is leading the new management team at United, and that now consists of sporting director Dan Ashworth and technical director Jason Wilcox. Guys, what are your thoughts? Let me know. It has to be exciting. You already know, guys. A deal like this magnitude, you know, it had to have some very capable people dealing with it. And as we know, Omar Barada, these guys doing a great job. We're going in for Wegos as marquee signing? No, I'm thinking differently. You're going to see some other signings coming in, Jarwick. Stay tuned. I think very much, I'm not going to say 100%, but it's like 50 to 60% certain that we're going to do a double signing from PSG. It's probably going to be Xavi Simons as well as Manuel Ugarte. Probably both are going to be loan deals with with obligations to buy. Stay tuned for that information. Don't forget, I'm saying loan options with obligations to buy for those two players, which we will probably pay for them or start the initial payment next season at the end of their loan stint. But there's also information coming on that, you know, we are going to do some business. So let's talk about that, guys. Big up to you, Mental Ball Game. What's good? Very happy with the way we're going about our business compared to previous seasons. Definitely. Will Man United is coming in. Big up, bro. I think Ugarte, De Ligt, and maybe a late signing. We always make late signings, never count that out, but Liverpool fans are crying over Euro. Well, it's funny that you say that, Will. I feel like you live on the same wavelength sometimes. Let's bring this news right to the fore. And we're going from Euro to Euro. And just so that the Liverpool fans cannot lie and they can't make stuff up. Remember, never forget, guys, Liverpool had a £42 million Leny Yoro bid rejected during this transfer window. They're coming out saying United offered over the odds. They offered the same money that we did, basically. You know what I mean? So why are they mad? Why are they mad, guys? Why are they mad? You know what I mean? Big up to you, Will. Jay coming in, I said yesterday that he couldn't believe people saying Madrid are bigger than United, which I agreed with. Yo had a choice between the two and he chose United. They are parallel. 100% Jay, we did say that yesterday. I know a lot of people might disagree with us when we think this way, but guys, football is heritage. And when you look at heritage, there's only one club in the world with the heritage parallel to United. Or if they're number one, I dare say United aren't number two. And I wouldn't say anyone is above them both. And that's Real Madrid and Manchester United in England. Manchester United around the world is known as the biggest club in English history. And that's a fact. Big up to you, Tommy Boyle. What's good, broski? Jarwick, I got you covered here. You know what I mean? I just wanted to bring this out there so the Liverpool faithful cannot lie. They have been talking on their channels like, oh, they did not bid. They walked away. You got rejected, buddy. It's here in black and white, right? So let's move on, guys. As we laugh at them, let's go on. Let's go right into this article here because I think it's going to be an interesting one. I know you guys are thinking about a defender, so you know there are reports that we started late, you know what I mean, but we could be losing another center back as Liverpool pursue Goncalo Inacio. But guys, you know, like I will always say, if we go in, and especially with this new structure that we have, who's to say he won't choose us? Yes, Jarwick, we need squad depth. And if you look at the way Man United have been doing their business, guys, we only actually spent 40 million this summer so far. It's interesting. We signed 2 players, and the reported total spend is about 100 million for both of those players. But you know what I mean? No, not 100 million, but give or take, let's say 90, right? But the main important reason out of this year's transfer spend, we've only spent 40 million. 2.2 on Dan Ashworth, 17.3 on Joshua Zirkzee, and 21.7 on Leny Yoro. Those are the initial payments that we've made. Those are the actual monies that we have actually spent thus far to date. Guys, that's 40 million. We had 50 million before July 1st. We have a bit extra added into that with the coming of this new fiscal year, which was probably 100 million. I'm not going to say for sure, but it probably was in the region of 100 million. Imagine we only spent 40. We can still amortize at least 3 or 4, possibly 5 deals. It's interesting how they're doing business. This is the efficiency of someone who knows what they're doing about football. This structure is working. And I'm not saying this to try and hype them up, but the business and the way they have attacked the market has been light years, worlds, a level of class above what we have experienced in the last decade, guys. 100%, bro. You know what I'm saying, Will? Let's be honest. Fan-wise, Man United is bigger, but Madrid is the bigger club, especially European-wise. European-wise, even Ajax is bigger than us. In a way, bro. You know, Bob Marley was a huge Ajax fan as well. So, yeah, big clubs. I think there's more fun to Jim put money away for transfers. I have that feeling. That's what I have a feeling about too as well, Will. Big up to you, Shay, coming in. Bro, Arsenal needs to get it moving because, you know, if you guys don't get that Calafiori deal over the line before the next 2 weeks, don't be shocked if you get another hijack like Martinez in 22-23 summer, bro. Because you know what? United are moving like the real sharks. You know, everyone says City is that blue shark. Blue sharks, what do they have on the great white? You know what I mean? When the great white comes, yeah, It's real business here, guys. Let's get into this article. It's just a bit of a report that we might be missing out on this player, but you know what, guys? United are in it. They have started talking with this guy's his camp, because as you know, we do want to bring in Matthijs de Ligt, and Matthijs de Ligt has agreed personal terms with United. He only wants to come to United. The problem is Bayern's evaluation is a little bit above where we want to go. So we're kind of giving Bayern an ultimatum. I feel like this deal for this guy is going to be pretty easy to do. He's a Manchester United fan. There's been reports since December during the last, January winter window. He was interested in going to United, but we did not have the funds. You know what I mean? We have a great relationship with Sporting Lisbon. As you know, we got Ronaldo from there. We got Nani from there. We also got Bruno from there. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how this unfolds, guys. And United have been moving really quickly and very sharply. We have already got Euro under the way. We've moved away from Jared Branton, especially since Aston Villa has just signed Amadou Onana. So let's go and see what's going on. There's also interesting reports that Inacio may be a United target, might return, having already expressed interest to the 22-year-old. However, reports from the Portuguese outlet suggest that the potential move may prove a complicated pursuit. They also claim that Arne Slot wants defensive reinforcements, with Virgil van Dijk's future up in the air and Joel Matip having already departed the club. It is as stated, Inacio is wanted by several Premier League clubs, and that he is now at the top of Liverpool targets for 24-25 and has become a priority to sign. As well as United, Arsenal and Newcastle are also set to be monitoring the defender ahead of the summer move. However, the Reds will not have an easy task to secure Inacio, as the defender is protected by a 60 million release clause with a contract valid until 2027. It's also been relayed here in the past that Sporting are not interested in negotiation and will refer to the clause if any club comes and wants to prize away the defensive gem. United will hope that they don't need to get involved in the race, as Euro will have already agreed to join the club. But in the moment, I think a lot of people don't understand that Manchester United is interested in signing 3 centre-backs this term. I know it might not have seemed possible at the beginning, but it's exactly what United wants to do, guys, because if I explain to you in this way, Lindelof is going. Varane already left. And we were having injury issues last term. We would want to bring in someone extra who's at the level of our starters. And if it's anyone, I think, that could come in and deputize for Lisandro Martinez, or possibly start in some games and have him get some rest, it's this guy. He is very, very good. You know what I mean, guys? Yeah, Will, 100%. You know what I mean? Sir Jim Ratcliffe is a wise old fox. The media thought the Glazers were doing the transfer window and are shocked because it's Sir Jim. He definitely got money put away for us. I think he's got something in the coffers. You know what I mean? There were reports. Remember, Will, there were reports a few months ago where the Man United would be allowed to increase their transfer spend if Sir Jim Ratcliffe invested 100 million into the coffers before June 30th, and I think this has been done. I'm not too sure. I cannot guarantee that he actually did it. I will have to do some research, and we'll probably have to revisit this on another stream some other time. But I'm telling you guys, I did reports about this before. I'm pretty sure those of you who watch me constantly know I reported a few months ago that Man United transfer spend could be increased if our new owner inputs 100 million into the coffers. It will go very far into the PSR restriction and help us to increase that buffer spend. You know what I mean? And I think this is what it is shaping up to be. I think the best thing that they've done is kept it quiet. You know what I'm saying, guys? Keeping it quiet makes everyone thinks that we don't got the money when we actually do got some bread. You know what I mean? So they're going to, it's going to be good for our negotiations in a way. You know what I mean? Imagine the defensive reinforcements. Euro, de Ligt, Inacio, Calafori, Jay. I'm telling man them, if we was to get that for title charge, I said I was never going to say it, but in this moment, if we sign those 4 players all together, bro, title charge. Okay, let's not get overhyped. Let's get back down. Let's get back down to reality. And let's move on to another interesting news. And I'm going to be talking about Manuel Ugarte, guys. Manchester United are eyeing a loan move for Paris Saint-Germain defensive midfielder Manuel Ugarte. And guys, it's going to be interesting if we really get this deal done, because you know what? It's going to be a loan with an obligation to buy. And it might just prove to be the meat in the middle for PSG, because PSG, they won 50 million for this guy, right? 50 million euros. Well, they did pay 60 million for him in the previous window. So it's one of those things where I can't fault them for wanting to try to recoup the most of their funds. But United can do a deal. They can offer them 55 million and get this guy on a loan with an obligation to buy next summer. So thereby getting the player and not actually assisting PSG in their pursuit of João Neves. So it's going to be interesting to see what we do, because we are also in talks with PSG over acquiring the services of Xavi Simons. And guys, Xavi Simons, I have to say, United have stepped up their interest in this guy. And we're looking like this is going to be one of our next signings. It might be a double deal. I can't guarantee, but I'm saying, guys, these are some of the reports that I'm going coming out in Germany lately this morning. And I think it's pretty much something that's doable, guys. It's going to be interesting if we can get the 2 deals done. We have been in conversation with Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain have refused to add Ugarte into a deal with Napoli, which shows that they have promised to honor the talks that they have ongoing with Manchester United. So let's see how this continues, guys, because it's going to be very interesting. Don't forget to smash the likes while you're here, guys. If you don't enjoy the stream, I'm pretty sure by the end you will. So if even if you smash it on your way out, I would be appreciative, guys. Thank you so much. Jarwick, I could imagine us doing more hijacks. If you look at it, we have already done 2 hijacks this summer already. We've hijacked Xerxes from Milan, and we've hijacked Euro from Madrid. You know what I mean? Now, we should be going to hijack Calafori from Arsenal and hijack Inacio from Liverpool again. You know what I mean? It's the villain arc, guys. You know, Man United are moving like a big club again. You know what I mean? Back in the day, when we came to the table, we was like, yo, are you coming or are you not coming? It's Man United. You know what I mean? In the last decade, we've been not going to the table with the confidence. We've been negotiating in poor manner. So it seems like really amazing now the way we're doing business compared to then. Yeah, well, he pumped 133 million into the club on internet. It's on the internet. He's pumped up, bro. That's what I'm saying. So guys, if this is true, because I remember doing a report that he could pump this amount of money into the club, and if he does it, it improves our FFP, and it looks like he really did it, guys. And so now you guys are starting to see where the funds are coming from. And just remember, guys, let's just say we only have 100 million to spend. We've only spent 40 thus far. We still have 60. And if we could spend 40 and get 2 players, I'm betting money we could spend 60 and get 3 to 4 players. You know what I mean? Especially since Rabiot is on a free, guys. You know, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with Rabiot, because, guys, Rabiot is going to be coming in shortly. I think he's probably going to be one of our next signing, because at the same time, it just looks sort of that way. And the reason why I say it kind of looks sort of that way is because Rabiot, guys, he's on a free. He's been waiting for Manchester United, and Manchester United have sent a contract over to him. You know what I mean? Let's see how it goes. I think it's going to be very, very interesting, because Rabiot provides a really, really strong base for us to work with in terms of rotation and experience. He comes with a wealth of it. You know, he just performed really well for France. And guys, if he's waiting on United, it's another player that's coming here with the intent to do well. I think coming in on a free, even if we were to give him 200K per week, I think it would be interesting a deal to do because Rabiot is a top player. We've seen his performances. He's been one of the best players for Juventus. He's been one of the best players when he was at PSG. And of course, there are some issues with him. But most importantly, guys, it's interesting with the fact that, if we was to focus on the performance on the pitch, he is quality, guys. He is quality. And it's something that we cannot deny. You know what I mean? It's something that we definitely can't deny. And it's one of those things where I just feel like, fans are mad at this other situation surrounding Rabiot, but at the same time, it's going to be interesting to see what we do with him because he is on a free, and it would not be that costly for us to add him to the limit to the club. I think we'll be cutting down seriously the spend and the wage bill currently, because if you look at it, some of the players we have removed and the players that have came in, Joshua Zirkzee's on 58K a week. That's a fraction of what Anthony Martial was on. So, let's just say we saved 150K on our Anthony Martial's salary with Joshua Zirkzee signing. Leny Yoro is coming in at 111K. He comes in to replace Varane, who was on 400K a week, right? So we literally saved something like 300 or 400K already on wages. So if you give Rabiot 200K, guys, it's not that bad. We're still saving money. You know what I mean? Both fullback positions need sorting ASAP. Look what happened last season. There was talk a couple of weeks ago about looking at Michael Coyote. I think that was 20-year-old talent kid. Yes, I was talking about Michael Coyote a few weeks ago. He is probably in the region of 17 to 21 million euros. I think it's a deal that Manchester United can do. Now, guys, I would say this about Coyote. He's more of a prospect, of a young developing talent that will grow into himself. He has performed well. He's had a breakout season, right? But he's still going to need some time to develop. And I think that kid is going to be very good. He's an Italian. He will be featuring in the next World Cup for Italy. I can guarantee you the guys that. So maybe making a move for him might be interesting, right? I would keep our eyes on Miguel Gutierrez, guys. He has a 30 million. It's reported it could be between the region of 25 million pounds to 30 million pounds, but it is a release clause. There is some varying reports on the actual value of the release clause, but it's not more than 30 million pounds. I can guarantee that. There might be a deal to do there. As we know, we've just increased slightly the release clause value of Zirkzee, so we could pay a little bit down and more over the length of the contract. Maybe we do something like that. It's going to be interesting. A loan might be better. If he's not good, we can send 100% Jarwick. I totally agree with that. Yeah, Rabiot looks to leave Juve today, 100%. Well, he's not renewed his contract, guys. There has been reports on that. He does not want to renew his contract at Juventus. So he's particularly going to be out of a club for the next week while he makes his decision and he waits for suitors to make their offers. As I reported before, guys, Man United have sent a proposal to Adrien Rabiot already. It is, and we're waiting for a response. J United is coming in. Potential players in: Frimpong, Leny Yoro, Calafiori, Reguilon, Kirkes, Ugarte, Xavi, Simons, Zirkzee. Zirkzee and Yoro done deals already. That's potentially an amazing window. Yeah, I would like to switch that Reguilon guy out for Miguel and Kirkes, and I would probably swap in Miguel Gutierrez, bro, because I think price-wise, it will save money if we get Miguel Gutierrez over going for Kirkes. I think, Bournemouth are going to ask for something in the region of 45 to 50 million pounds for young Kirkes. It's going to be long, bro. It's going to be long dealing with them for that. But it will be a good window. Snapdragon gave us 60 mil per sale as well. That can be added to funding. What? Nah, bro. This is raw. Well, I will do a stream on that later. I will have to go and do some research today, guys, and come back later on with a stream based on the financial outlay of this summer. Well, thank you for that information, my brother. Xavi Simons give me the pie vibes. Yeah, but Xavi Simons is not a striker, bro. And you know the funny thing about Xavi Simons for me is that he looks like an extremely hard worker. So I can't really say he gives me the pie vibes. Maybe they have a similar kind of look, but I think in general he's a very hard worker, and I think he would come in and prove to be a very good player for us. To be honest, bro. Tommy Boyle, when Xerxes announced he'd join us on social media, yeah, Xavi Simons put 3 heart emojis on his post, but no words. I think they were seen out together, so Simons might be coming as well. Yeah, guys, I think that might be the case. This is what I've been saying all along, Will. I've been saying that I think somewhere in the region of 150 to maybe 220 might be a fluctuation situation. You know what I mean? And I think with the cut in the wage bill, it allows us to spend a little bit more. So it's one of those things, guys. It's going to be interesting to see how it works out. You know what I mean? I'm quite happy so far with how the window is progressing. I think we're doing some progressive deals that are going to strengthen our team greatly. And if we could get in some of these signings like Xavi Simons, Ugarte, you know, we strengthen the midfield holistically. You know, you bring in another option for attack. You bring in a defensive midfielder that's going to destroy and provide a base for the attacking midfielders to express themselves. You know what I mean? We already have young Collier to be a backup to Ugarte and learn from him. You know, if and imagine we stretch and bring back Amrabat to play as a facilitation backup as well. I think we're gonna have a strong season, guys. Exactly, I agree, but that's just not what's circling right now. I don't really want Frimpong personally. He's just Trent, but attacking wise, he's an upgrade on AWB. Though I'll miss the spider. 100%, 100%. Xavi Simons will be a great player for the future. Just turned 21 2 months ago and has very high ceiling, but he will demand to play as a starter wherever he goes. You know, that's the interesting bit for me. I think he's gonna want some guarantees on game time. I think he can get guarantees on game time at Man United because, for one, I don't think we will want to be playing Bruno Fernandes every single game 90 minutes. I think we could. I think peak. This is just my honest opinion. I think there should be 5 players in the squad, even like 2 or 3 of our main starters and 2 other players, right? And I think they should play 60 to 70 minutes a week. You know what I mean? I think they should be rotated so they could keep fit and keep their energy levels high and perform as long as the season is going. So starting every game and playing 90 minutes is not something for me that I expect all of our players to do. I expect our players to max between 65 to 75 minutes per game next season. And this is why I'm really interested in all the squad depth that we're looking at right now. Big up to you guys. Simons is nothing like Depay. Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%. You know, I got a few more interesting stories here to bring for you guys. You know, we talked about Ugarte, we talked about Goncalo Inacio, but let's talk about this young man right now because, you know, there are some reports right now that it's kind of shocking me in the sense that I'm trying to figure out what kind of logic is happening in this world. But as you know, sometimes the tax is real. And the reason why I'm saying that, guys, is because because, you know, I don't understand what's happening right now. And it's one thing where we were trying to sign this player, but they refused us. And we literally was offering the same amount of money. Now they're trying to sell this player to PSG. Goncalo Madhouse. Sorry, bro. I can't help it, bro. Sorry. I apologize. You know, I will try my best to fix that. But as I'm saying to you guys, check this out. You know, Man United might be facing a blow as excellent £59 million star has now decided to join UCL Giants. Now, 2 things. Paris Saint-Germain has never won a UCL, so they definitely can be a UCL Giant. They've never won it. You know what I mean? So let's start there. Paris Saint-Germain is interested in signing João Neves. There are some reports that Benfica is willing to accept their proposal of 70 million euros plus add-ons, which is the same proposal that Man United had left on the table 2 weeks ago. Now, Man United has said that they were not going to increase that bid, and Benfica refused, right? But they accepted the bid from PSG, which is interesting because For me, I'm thinking, well, maybe they're trying to create a bidding war between the two of us. But what United did was technically tell them, listen, we're leaving that money there. If you want it, you want it. If you don't, we're not upping that fee. But now that they have accepted this bid from PSG, it might change things. The reason why I say this is because I know for a fact that João Neves was seen as our marquee statement signing this summer. Now, whether we are able to complete this hijack, guys, I cannot guarantee. But I can say to you this, with Omar Barada working, you can be sure that he's on the phone with Benfica this morning, letting them know, listen, we've made that same offer. Why did you refuse? What do you need? How can we make this work? You know what I mean, guys? He's not the same like John Murtaugh or Richard Arnold. This guy is competent. He knows how to negotiate. He knows how to stretch and pull, push and pull, give and take. You know what I mean? So that he can take more. So what I'm saying, guys, is pay attention, stick around. The information is coming, right? And you know what? Maybe tomorrow I might be coming to you guys with news that, listen, terms are agreed for Xavi Simons, terms agreed for Ugarte, terms agreed for maybe even another defender, right? Because United are working fast. And the report states that United are trying to close and sign 2 to 3 players before they fly on the US tour. So it's going to be interesting to see how this weekend finishes, guys, because you know Saturday we play our second preseason game in Scotland versus Rangers, and then we head off to the United States. United will definitely have to be working overtime if they want to make this triple signing happen before we go to the USA. As you know, a lot of the team members are still away on vacation, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Big up to Danish Iqbal coming in. I slept the day before yesterday. Here in Euro is the Mbappe of CBs, and after a few hours when we got him, suddenly became overrated. The internet is a funny place. 100%, my brother. And I know this is the things that boggle my brain. You know, I think sometimes the fan bias is so ridiculous because they just want to hate United. Now, everyone thinks that United is set on the same standards as other football teams, and I would say to you now, guys, it's not the case. United is held to the highest standards of football in the world. We cannot make a move without everyone knowing about it because you know what? Everyone wants to know how United is doing. Whether we're doing great, we're doing mediocre, or we're doing poorly. Everyone still wants to know because United makes their day. You know what I mean? They can't make a headline without United. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. You know what I mean? There are some rumors. There's also some rumors about Sofia and Amrabat I'm going to talk about in a little bit. But I just wanted to stop and share this information because, guys, you know me. I follow the U team a lot. I have an ambition of being a football scout at some point. Maybe I might get lucky. You know, someone might discover my talents and might give me an opportunity at some point. But you know, that's just a dream of mine. At the same time, I wanted to bring some of this information to you because we have a young crop of talented youngsters coming through, and I wanted you guys, you know, to fully get to know them. And so this is why every once a week, twice a week, every time I do a transfer show, twice a week, I'm going to drop in talks about our young players that are being promoted into the first team that you are going to be seeing on tour and what are their talents and their best attributes, guys. Big up to you, Kenny Fan TV. Here we go, Euro today, 100%. 100%, my bro. So let's get into this little article that talks about 5 young players to watch out for during Man United preseason. And as you can see, this is the gem, you know, the one that I think is going to be one of the strongest competitors for getting game time this summer and making an impact. Ethan Wheatley, the young striker, 6'3", very good at the ball, very good striking ability. He can dribble a man, and he has very good close control. He also makes pretty good decisions. He has a very good instinct for finding the goal, and I am excited to see him get more opportunities, guys, because I think he's going to be a very good striker for us going forward in the future. I can't exactly say that this season he's going to break out with a bang, but I would not put it past the guy. He's a very strong player. He's a very strong-minded individual, and a very hard worker. Manchester United's preseason ahead of 24-25 campaign is up and running, with Erik ten Hag working through his options after being backed by the club with a new contract. The first of 5 scheduled friendlies already in the books. A very young United side narrowly beaten by Rosenborg in Norway last weekend. The majority of the first team squad were unavailable for the trip to Trondheim due to either holiday after international duty or working on individual fitness programs back at Carrington. It is expected to be similarly youthful group that heads to Scotland for a friendly against Rangers at Edinburgh's Mauricefield Stadium on Saturday. It follows a similar pattern to last summer when the young squad players were chosen for a pair of early friendlies in Norway and Scotland, followed by the first team then going on the main summer tour to America. But the opportunity was there for youngsters to earn themselves a place in that tour squad, one that was taken by the likes of Kobbie Mainoo and Omari Forson. Once they have faced Rangers, United will again be heading back stateside. Here are 5 youngsters you should be keeping your eyes on, guys. And the first one is Toby Collier as well. Number 2 is Toby Collier because you know what? He plays in the midfield. Central defensive midfield to be exact. And in the game versus Rosenborg, Toby Collier was chosen by Ten Hag to wear the armband after the halftime break. And the defensive-minded midfielder has been reported for his progress with a new contract 2 days before that game, which now promises to keep him at Old Trafford until the summer of 2027. He also featured on the first team bench 8 times last season. This guy is a very good central defensive midfielder. As you can see in the game, he's very good on the ball. He is decisive. He is aggressive enough to make those crunching tackles. He's not afraid of the physicality, guys. And he is a very good passer of the ball as well. So for me, I think it's going to be interesting to see where he does. You know, Erik ten Hag had that famous conversation with him after the FA Cup final, similarly to what he did with Kobbie Mainoo after the Carabao Cup final. So there must be something there. Habib Ogunnayi. This young player is very interesting. You know, he's a right back. Another one who caught Ten Hag eye last season and was regularly used to plug the injury-related gaps in the first-team squad was Habib Ogunnayi. The London-born player was 15 when he made his debut on the under-18 level in 2021 and has made impressive progress in the years since. Ogunnayi replaced Wan Bissaka at halftime at Rosenborg friendly, can also play as a third centre-back in a back 3 or as a wing-back, right? You know, look out for this guy. He's going to be developing very well. I have watched him for the last 2 seasons, and he's developing. Every season he gets better and better, and his fitness seems to be getting better and better as well, which is interesting. He runs up and down, and he can do it for 90-plus minutes. I guarantee you guys that. You know what I mean? Harry Amas is another youngster that's coming through. Of course, he didn't have a game this weekend. He had the game this weekend, and he had a few bad touches. He gave away the ball. He was caught a few times, but sometimes, guys, I think it's a little bit of nerves on the youngsters who are daring and are trying to impress, and sometimes they might just be a little bit too exuberant and a little bit too in a rush to get the move down. So United, it might be seen that he might be one of our answers to the left-back position, but we will see how it progresses. He's going to be playing on Saturday. Let's hope he can, you know, give a better account for himself because he deserves the chance. He's been brilliant this season in the under-18s, and I would say that he has a chance of earning a senior debut, right? Moving on along, guys, Ethan Williams. He is another winger. He reminds me a lot of a young... He reminds me a lot of a young Mason Greenwood, guys. I'm not gonna lie. He's both-footed. He can also play left wing back. He can also play right wing back. He plays left wing or right wing. He's both-footed. You know, he could cross the ball. He could strike the ball. He's very good at his game. Of course, there's a lot of development left in him, but he has all the mechanics to be a top attacking player in the future. I think he might be able to get himself into the first team with a shout, but I think he might need a little bit more development, like possibly going out on loan. And well, guys, I spoke to you about Ethan Wheatley first. I said enough about him. I don't think I need to say more. You know, I'm going to be lavishing this young man with too much praises, and I don't want to overhype him. You know what I mean, guys? So I just wanted to bring this to you guys so you could understand that there is potential and there is some relief for our homegrown talent quota coming into the club. Luman, the club is gonna be moving a lot quicker in the next week, bro. This is what I was trying to say. I think we are moving very quickly in terms of how we've signed players. Is faster than we've done in the last 4 to 5 transfer windows. You know what I mean? We've been talking to multiple players and getting these deals over the line. Usually it takes us 6 weeks to do one deal. And we've done how many deals in less than 3 weeks, bro? We have 3 players outgoing and 2 players incoming in less than 5 weeks. That's very quick, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he will get a lot of playing time this season, I think, as well. The comment from Ugarte losing the ball after every 3 passes comes from the grandson of Sir Alex Ferguson. Okay. I've never heard that though, but okay. You know what I mean? And even if it comes from his stats, bro, we don't need Ugarte to be a baller, bro. We don't need Ugarte to be a deep line playmaker. We just need him to win the ball and give it to Kobe Menu or give it to Bruno or give it to Lissandro, bro. That's all. We need him to break up play and win the ball. That's it. Big up. Luman, compared to the last 11 years, we're 100% Richard Hutchinson. Why is Man United going to get Jamal? I don't think we're going to be in for most of these players, bro. I don't think we're going to be in for Yamal, Kvaratskhelia, Isak, or Zubamendi. I think Zubamendi does not want to leave Spain. He has rebuffed a few offers already, and his agents have been telling people that, he would love a move that will keep him in the Spanish capital, if not maybe at Barcelona. The De Jong deal, I think it's not going to happen. I think if we sign Manuel Ugarte, we're not going to be in for De Jong, especially if we also bring in Rabiot. I think Rabiot is sort of a De Jong replacement as well. You know what I mean? I think we're definitely going to be signing De Ligt. It may happen in the next 10 days, but I can't say for sure because I know I know what we are doing is we sign one in up front, we sign one in defense, and we're going to sign one in midfield or maybe 2. Or you never know, there might be a triple signing where we get 2 midfielders and another centre-back. Guys, it's going to happen. I think, we need to, give it a little bit of time. But the reports in Germany coming out and some of the other reports that I've been hearing is that United are accelerating their transfer strategy with some players as well. They want to get most of the business done before they go on the US tour. So it might be very possible that in the next 2 days, or the next 2 or 3 days, we see 2 or 3 players as well coming as signings. Now, you guys might think I'm just saying this, but I'm telling you, this is how the reports are going, and I can only report on what I'm hearing. And you know what I mean? No, Rabiot is 28, bro. Rabiot will turn 30 in a week or 2. 29. So, Jarwick, I think we're still going to need some experience in that midfield, and especially if we was to let Casemiro go to Saudi, yeah, we definitely going to need experience because Christian Eriksen is reported to be, probably leaving as well. You know what I mean? You can't have a midfield with just 25-year-old players. It's not going to work. You know what I mean, bro? Well, what I can say is, bro, that we've sent a package across to the agent. You know what I mean? And they are currently discussing this package that we've sent them. So it's one of those things where it might be interesting to see if they accept it. I think it's somewhere in the region of 200,000 a week, but at the end with a signing bonus of £6 million. But at the same time, I don't think that's bad money spent because when you look at it, if we pay him a down payment of 6 million and we sign him, let's say for 6 million a season, that's 18 million over 3 years, bro. We will make that money back. We just need to win 2 titles and the money is made. You know what I'm saying, guys? So it's one of those things. Gone are the days when you have a number 6, the defensive midfield is just breaking the play and doing dirty work. And today's social media footy players want going forward. Even Rodri scores a lot for City. But Rodri didn't always score goals for City, if you remember, Manu Tata. Rodri only started scoring goals for City in the last 2 seasons. He spent 4 seasons at City. His first 2 seasons, all he was doing was breaking play. And when he got used to the team and the team got used to him, his attacking play started to flourish. It's the same thing that would happen if we bring in Ugarte, bro. You know what I mean? Ugarte is a brilliant striker of the ball. He has scored goals from during open play as well. So it's one of those things where you have to look at it, right? Like in the perspective that, listen, Ugarte is going to come in and do the main job, which is the dirty work. And he will, and you cannot predict that he won't be able to score some goals, bro. You know what I mean? He has scored goals from open play before. He can do it again. Yeah, Ineos has that new rule about players under 25, but they just signed Johnny Evans for a 1-year extension, bro. So that rule is like, to me, it makes no sense. How could they have that rule and re-sign Johnny Evans for a year, bro? I'm just asking. You know what I mean? And Rabiot is on a free, bro. You're not going to be breaking the bank for Rabiot. Like, consider it like this. Christian Eriksen is on 150K a week. We're just adding 50K to Rabiot's salary. It's the same. You know what I mean? And he has the legs. He has the physicality that Eriksen lacks. I mean, we looked at Eriksen in the Euros. Everyone was here on the channel following me. You know we were covering the Euros this summer. Christian Eriksen was 5 times more mobile, agile, and physical for Denmark than he was for United all season. To prove me wrong. Anyways, guys, this has been, exactly. There will always be exceptions to the rule, Yali. And this is what I'm trying to get you guys to think about. I'm not saying that it will definitely happen, but what I'm saying is you have to be open to the possibility that it's possible it could happen. There's also this is the last report that I have that's breaking, guys, and it's about Sofiane Amrabat. You know what I mean? It's about Sofiane Amrabat. So let's just touch on this really quickly. Sofiane Amrabat, Manchester United yet to make a decision on the Fiorentina midfielder. Manchester United are running out of time to sign Sofiane Amrabat from Fiorentina permanently. United have until the end of this week to exercise their option to buy the Moroccan midfielder who they initially loaned for 10 million euros in August. Now, guys, the agreed buyout clause was additional 20 million payment to Fiorentina. Fiorentina are anticipating a decision, have not called up Amrabat for the Viola Park retreat until United's option expires. However, there's been no indication from the Red Devils that they plan to activate the buyout clause. This uncertainty is causing a standstill in Amrabat's future, with no other club stepping forward with concrete offers either. If United does not act by the deadline, Amrabat is expected to return to Fiorentina next week to begin preparations for the new season. The midfielder still has 2 years left on his contract with the Italian clubs. For Fiorentina's sporting director, Malu Mapsinkatu, recently commented on the situation, telling Radio Firenze Viola, Amrabat is an important player for Fiorentina when he is in good condition. However, if he feels like he doesn't have any more mental motivation, it's better to find other solutions. He has a contract, it's right to respect it. Having said that, if the parties find other ways out, perhaps it's better for everyone. This development puts pressure on United, who need to make a decisive move to secure Amrabat's services permanently. Failing to do so could mean losing out on a player who has shown potential to bolster the midfield, an area that has been under scrutiny. Now, guys, I would give you a little bit of insight to what that story has not mentioned, and it mentions the fact that there is a possibility that if we do not initiate this clause, we could even pay less and secure Amrabat services permanently. We could even pay somewhere in the region of 10 million and get him into the club. So it's going to be left to be seen what we do about that. It's one of those things where I'm going to just say to you guys, they are considering it. I know for a fact that they are considering bringing him in, but they don't want to pay 20 million euros. So it's going to be one of those things. The egos of Bruno and Rabiot will clash. Actually, it won't, to be fair. You know what I mean? I'll tell you this much, right? I know Bruno has an ego, but he's the captain. I know Rabiot has an ego, but he knows his role. And if you look at it, trust me, their egos can clash. That shouldn't disturb the football, because they might have strong egos, but you want to have strong mentalities in your team, bro. Deschamps picked Rabiot for France in every game ahead of others. That says everything you need to know about him. Lots still to give. 100%. And this is not the only time. Deschamps has always picked Rabiot ahead of Tuchemeni, ahead of Camavinga, ahead of all these other players in midfield, like, you know what I mean, like Thuram and these guys. They had to sit on the bench for Rabiot, who on a free. He's on a free. You know what I mean? Big up. So, okay, Mark, let's conclude Ineos might be doing a decent job bringing in players, but their outgoings are worse than they will bottle with Amrabat for sure. Well, maybe Matata. Maybe they might do that, you know what I mean? But let's keep it honest, right? We have seen 3 outgoings so far, right? We've seen Donny van der Beek leave, we've seen Mason Greenwood leave, and we've seen Willy Kwambala. Now, there's reports that Wan Bissaka, I reported this yesterday, that Wan Bissaka has received 2 offers, one from AC Milan and a second offer that came in yesterday late from West Ham. And he might be accepting it's £20 million for Wan Bissaka to West Ham. And it looks like the deal is going to be heading into advanced stages this morning. So we might be getting some reports by this afternoon that Wan Bissaka is heading to West Ham for a medical, or he might be heading to Milan, because there had been reports that he had agreed terms with AC Milan. It's just that their offer is not as high as what West Ham has offered to Manchester United. So it might be interesting to see where that goes. As you know, guys, we are trying to get Lindelof as well out the door. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. So it's one of those things. We might be seeing those 2 players leave and 2 players immediately replace them. There has been a bid that was sent in 4 days ago for Ferdi Kadioglu that was rebuffed by Fenerbahce. We sent it in for £21 million, but they are sticking strong to their values. They're saying they want something in the region of £30 million for the player. So we'll be seeing how Man United react to this, because as we know, there's multiple negotiations going on. There's also that young player Coyote that's playing in Italy. He might be an option at 19 to 21 million pounds. That might be a better option for United to go after. There's also Miguel Gutierrez, who has a release clause at Girona. We are looking at him. It's said that the scouting department heavily favors him as well, and Erik ten Hag likes him. So it might be interesting to see if we go for him. There's also Kirkes, the guy from Bournemouth, another left-back option. You know what I mean? So it's interesting to see where we go. I'm telling you guys, there's going to be a lot more business being done in the next 5 days. We might see a few here we goes and a lot of, possible terms agreed reports coming out. And yes, Jay, it looks like West Ham might 95% be the Wan Bissaka destination. It's going to be interesting to see if this move is completed. But guys, as I was saying to you guys, stay tuned. The information is coming out. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about that, to be fair. At the same time, I was thinking maybe we could have kept Wan Bissaka for one more season and maybe look to move him on next summer. But you know what? The structure is doing their thing, Madhouse. And as much as I was kind of, I probably wasn't the biggest fan of Dan Ashford. But I'm trusting what they're doing, because everything they've done so far has been proven to be efficient and a forward step, in my opinion. So I'm going to trust them, let them do their thing, and I'm just going to wait until the window ends, and then I'm going to make my opinion on the entire transfer process throughout the entire window. But I would like to thank all of you for coming in this morning. Big up to all of you. I don't make the news. I just report on the news. And I hope that I was able to give you a lot of information that you probably didn't have or you probably didn't know. And maybe if you guys have suggestions on any more things that I could be doing, please leave it in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. It's been your boy, Mark and MUFC fan. And I would like to thank you, Madhouse. Thank you, J United, Matata United. Big up to you, my bro. Tommy Boyle, thank you. Dark Crow, big up, buddy. Jarwick, what's good? Yali Malmin, thank you so much for coming in, guys. You guys always come and keep me company. You join in the chat. You keep it active. So I'm not talking to myself. Thanks so much, guys. It's always good to hear your opinions. Big up to you, Richard Hutchinson. I hope you're well. Big up, Lou Man. What's good, bro? Hope you guys have a great day. Kenny Fan TV. Yes, I think Ugarte is one of the next signings, as well as it might be him and Xavi Simons, since they both are at PSG. It's going to be interesting to see if that really happens, but it's going to be great. Danish Iqbal, big up to you, bro. First time I'm seeing you in the chat. Hope you come back more. Smash a like and subscribe if you're new, bro. Big up to you for coming in. And guys, I'll be seeing you guys later. If anything breaks, I will be back again around 3 p.m. UK to give you guys an update on the breaking news. Big up to you, Mental Ball Game. Thanks for coming in today. And big up to you, Will United, for giving some of those updates that you gave me. I didn't know some of that information, or I had the idea, but I wasn't sure if it was actually done. Thank you so much, bro. I hope you guys have a great day. Oh, GB, what's good, bro? It's, you know, I've never really been so early that you're the one late. How are you, bro? Are you good? I talked about some reports, GB, just to give you a light refresh. You know, I was talking about we are possibly going to loan Xavi Simons with an obligation to buy. It might be happening there. Man United have increased and advanced the negotiations for that player, as well as Manuel Ugarte. I think we're trying to do a double loan with both of them with obligations to buy. And I think that might be something that could happen over this weekend, because United have said to, you know, to ramp up negotiations to get it over the line before we head off to the USA tour. There's also some reports that we sent a bid in for Goncalo Inacio, as well as sent in a package for Rabiot. So there's going to be lots of reports coming out this weekend, GB. We're possibly going to find out that, you know, you might hear terms agreed for maybe 2 to 4 players over this weekend. Rabiot might be one of those players, Ugarte, Xavi Simons, and even possibly De Ligt. There's also some interesting reports that we have been trying to talk to Goncalo Inacio, who has, as we know, is the priority target of Liverpool this summer. So it's going to be one of those things. Catch you guys later. Big up to you for coming in. It's been your boy, and I will see you guys later. If you guys want to know, don't forget to remind all the Liverpool fans that they got a £42 million bid rejected for Leny Yoro. Don't let them tell you any lies, guys. I showed it to everyone before. They bid £42 million for Leny Yoro, and it was rejected. Big up to everyone. Man United, we're doing good business. We're hijack kings. We done hijack Xerxes from Milan. We hijack Euro from Real Madrid. Arsenal and California is next. And who knows, maybe PSG and João Neves. Big up to you guys coming in. I will catch you guys later. It's been your boy, Mark, and MUFC fan. Peace out, guys. Oh.